Maybe if you had a name.
Robbie. He never got off that ferry.
Michael Thompson and Robbie Morton both have the same tattoo. They are connected.
You're saying something that isn't there.
Michael McGuire's here on witness protection.
Arthur McCall. That's who Michael Thompson was testifying against.
He's no longer a client I want to represent. Neither is he a client I can afford to offend.
Asha Ishrani, Michael Thompson's dedicated handler.
It's about how men are with women.
He said I was a message you couldn't ignore.
I don't want you to look at me!
Robbie Morton and Michael Thompson, their father and son.
He raped you.
Ben Brennan.
Phyllis Brennan's son commits a rape.
Ben, darling, you remember Rona?
How could I forget?
And Arthur McCall makes it go away. That's bigger than just Arthur McCall.
Someone's covering something and we're definitely looking in the right place, so they wouldn't have bothered trying to warn us off.
Hello.
Hello, come in.
Sorry to bother you at home.
Oh, don't be daft. Do you want a drink?
No.
You gonna stay for some food?
No, I'm fine, thanks. Look, I was wondering, can I talk to Phyllis alone? Just for a couple of minutes.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I'll,
What's this about, Jimmy?
Your son, Ben, in level 9.
Sorry, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Well, it was a nightclub in Glasgow that was owned by Arthur McCall. And Ben was there the night a girl called Kelly Patterson got attacked.
Really? When was this?
10 years ago.
Ah,
Ben was accused of rape. Calvin Sarwar made it go away, and Michael Thompson was a witness, so that's why we're talking about it. Now, is there anything to do with the death of Michael Thompson that you're not telling me?
absolutely nothing.
No. I'd always assumed that Michael Thompson was killed to protect Arthur McCall. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm thinking Calvin Sarwar had him killed to protect his relationship with you. You know, people like Sarwar, they do things for a reason. So he'd have wanted something in return for saving Ben.
Are you saying I made a pact with Sawa?
To protect Ben. It's possible.
You're right. There was an allegation, but Ben did not need protecting. She withdrew her statement because she was lying, and she knew that nobody would believe her.
Phyllis, I've seen the medical report. Trust me, somebody would have believed her. Now, I'm asking you again. Did Sarwar want anything in return?
No.
You know, Phyllis, I'm going to request access to every single case that came across your desk which Sarwar represented. And see if there's even a trace of a deal. I'll find it. I'm sorry. I want you to check all the cases you can find involving Calvin Sarwar and Phyllis Brennan. You're looking for signs of collusion.
Okay.
And then I want you to call DS Boyd in Glasgow, and I want you to tell him that we're going to need a search warrant for Calvin Sarwar's home and his office as soon as possible, and tell him that we're looking for signs of financial irregularity, money laundering, and false accounting.
Untangling all that could take months.
Yes, so we better be started.
Got an ID on her catch of the day. Eddie Kerr. Known associate of McCall's. Looks like our Arthur's in trouble.
That's what Calvin Sarwar wants us to think. Billy, can you get me the next flight to Glasgow?
Aye.
I'm thinking I should press charges against Ben Brennan. You don't think I should?
No, it's not that. It just won't be easy.
Especially for somebody with a past like mine.
It was a long time ago, Kelly. The prosecution won't have any forensic evidence. It will just be your word against his. And the fact that you dropped the case won't help.
Wasn't a long time ago for me. I think about it every day.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying you need to be prepared. I believe you. But the court might not.
I don't care. He made me feel worthless. Like I didn't matter. Well, I'm sick of feeling like this. Like a victim. I'm pressing charges.
In that case, I'll give you all the help I can. That's a promise.
I have to speak to him.
D.S. McIntosh was raped by one of McCall's men. It's their way of trying to intimidate us. I thought you should know that.
I see.
How is Bella? I've told Craig I'll keep an eye on his granny for him.
A lot better now. She'll be pleased to see you.
I've made you a present, Bella. Do you want to see it? It's a cockaloony chain.
It was good of you to take Leanne in like this.
Like it?
How is she doing?
Settling in.
Oh, that's perfect.
She's having trouble sleeping. Nightmares. I think she's dreaming about the day she was shot.
Has she said anything to you about what happened? Remembered anything new?
No, nothing. She cries out, that's all. And in the morning she seems fine.
It's the first daisies of the year.
Calvin, I've just had a call. The police are searching your home as we speak.
What exactly is it they're looking for?
Material evidence likely to aid a criminal investigation, apparently.
What investigation?
It's related to financial irregularities, but that's all they'll say.
Okay. Get over there, will you? Keep an eye on them.
Well, the girl has made another statement. It's part of an investigation into Arthur McCall. They'll use whatever they can to bring him down, of course. It's just that I'm worried that you're going to be dragged into it.
After all this time?
Rona's really angry. She thinks I should have let events just run their course. But I did the right thing. I know I did. I did do the right thing, didn't I, Ben?
Of course.
It's just that the girl's really badly hurt. Were you aware of that?
Why are you asking me this?
Because we have to be prepared if this goes to court.
crisis? Hello? Take your time. There's no pressure to say anything. We're still here with you.
I remember hardly anything about that night.
You don't know how she got her injuries? Or did you hurt her?
Maybe I would behave differently now that I have my own daughter. I mean, you see things differently, don't you, when you become a parent?
Behave differently? Behave differently? What do you mean? What do you mean, Pen? Oh my God, you've got to tell me what happened.
We were drunk. She said she wanted to have some fun. Things got out of hand. It didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong.
Did you rape her?
Maybe I grabbed her. Maybe it was a bit rough.
That's not what I asked.
No, I've tried to remember what happened that night. For years, I have tried. Maybe part of me doesn't want to, huh?
You should have told me the truth.
Okay, so we found 2 mobile phones at Sarwar's house, both SIM cards missing. All the files on his computers are encrypted. And it seems like he's ran all his transactions through onion browsers, so it means we can't trace him. Basically, he's covered his tracks extremely well.
Yeah, any good news?
Forensics think they can piece the files together, but that could take weeks, if no months, so in a word, no.
Harris. I want to make a statement.
Whenever you're ready.
When Ben called that night from level 9, he was in a terrible state. He told me what had happened, that the girl was making false allegations of rape. He said he was with Arthur McCall's lawyer, Calvin Sowell, and that he'd offered to help, so I spoke to him on the phone. And he said that Ben was innocent, but the girl was very convincing. He thought she was trying to extort money because she knew who I was. He said he could make it all go away. A few days later, he called. He said that the matter was settled, that there was nothing to worry about, and that she had, she'd come to her senses.
Did you ask why she changed her story?
No. I was simply relieved.
So what did Sarwar want in return?
Nothing. Not at first. But after a few months, I got a call. And he implied that if I didn't help him, word would get around about what had happened that night. He, wanted me to block any investigations into his financial activities.
How would you do that?
He has a company he uses to launder money for Arthur McCall. I suspect he's robbing McCall blind in the process. I kept the serious crime squad away by diverting the investigation down other avenues.
What was the name of the company?
Dolus. It's a spirit of treachery in Greek mythology.
Did you give him information regarding the whereabouts of Michael Thompson?
I would never put anybody at risk.
That's not what I asked you.
No.
And the murder of Robbie Morton?
Don't know anything about that.
Sure?
Yeah.
Because 2 people have died, and one of my officers, D.S. McIntosh, was attacked to protect you, Phyllis.
Couldn't live with myself if that were the case. I really couldn't.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what people can live with. Now, Sarwar will have covered his tracks. He'll have hid behind Arthur McCall, and I doubt that any of this is going to lead directly to him. I'm going to need more.
I don't know what else I can give you. I really don't know what else I can do.
think you've got a wee bit of a crush on me, Perez. Can't stay away. So, what's this about Michael? You arrest the bastard that did it?
No need. He turned up dead in one of our fishing nets. Funnily enough, he's an old pal of yours, Eddie Kerr.
You're joining up dots that aren't there, Perez.
I know. You'd never do something so obvious, would you? Like ordering the rape of a young DS. I mean, you're stupid. But are you that stupid? Because that would be suicidal, wouldn't it, trying to intimidate us like that? Because then you'd have every cop in Scotland after your blood. And that's why I don't think you'd anything to do with it. Calvin Sarwar. It was him that ordered the hit on Michael. And the attack on my DS. He's been systematically setting you up. He's got a fiscal in his pocket. Yet you still ended up in the jail? How's that? With your money? You looked at your accounts lately. Just about cleans you out. It's not going to be that long before everybody knows it. How's that going to look? Calvin Sarwar making a fool out of you? And your boys aren't going to be that loyal for very long, are they? You're done, Arthur. And he's done you.
You'd see Mr. Perez to the door, would you?
It's Detective Inspector Perez to you. And I know my own way out.
It's not a great idea for us to be seen together. You do know that.
Then I'll be quick. Thank you. I need to know exactly what you've got me into.
I'm not sure I follow.
People have died. To keep our arrangement secret.
You knew who Arthur McCall was before you signed up to this.
McCall had nothing to do with the death of Michael Thompson.
I'd be very careful if I was you. If you talk, you'll only incriminate yourself and your son.
What kind of man are you?
A survivor, just like you.
I've never killed anybody.
No. But you ruined that girl's life. The one your son raped. Kelly. That's the name, by the way, in case you forgot. You could have asked so many questions about that night, but you didn't, not one, so don't take the moral high ground. You just sound like the hypocrite you are.
I need to know exactly what happened to Robbie Morton and Michael Thompson before I continue to protect you.
No, you don't. I don't kill people first, but I know guys who do. So just keep your mouth shut, for all our sakes.
Is there any way my son can be kept out of this?
Jimmy Perez. Yeah, I can meet you there.
My father worked in these shipyards all his life. Dangerous job. Men had to look out for each other's backs. Not like today. All run by people like Sarwar. Suits. Only looking out for themselves.
Ah, come on, Arthur. Spare me the working class hero spiel. Eh?
The man you want to speak to is Danny Tor. Owns a tanning salon Tin. He's not one of my people, but I've had a wee word with him. Sarwar paid Eddie Kerr to have Michael killed. All the money went through him. He'll testify.
Sir, I found this in the Dolos file.
Cheers, Jamie. Results. Anonymous emails sent to Calvin Sarwar just a day before Michael Thompson was shot, revealing his name and address on Shetland. We've got him.
For the benefit of the tape, we're now showing Mr. Sarwar a CCTV image that we received. Would you mind having a look at that and telling me whether or not you recognise either of those two men? The one on the left is Eddie Kerr, the other one is Danny Torr.
Never seen either of them before.
Danny Torr's willing to testify that you asked him to pay Eddie Kerr £30,000 to kill Michael Thompson.
He would say that. He's protecting Arthur McCall.
For the benefit of the tape, I'm now showing Mr. Sarwar an email. Apparently, you knew where Michael Thompson was living.
I've never seen that email.
We found it in your computer in a file named Dolos. T. Phyllis Brennan told us almost everything that we need to know about you. Or rather, you did.
I need to know exactly what happened to Robbie Morton and Michael Thompson before I continue to protect you.
No, you don't. I don't kill people, Phyllis, but I know guys who do.
You see, we went through every single one of our cases. And every time your name came up, it was followed by no further action. You okay, Mr. Sarwar? Time is 17:42. Interview with Calvin Sarwar is being suspended for a comfort break. Yeah, I know what you did. You really think you were going to get away with that?
With what? Sir?
You know what I'm talking about?
Haven't you got more important things to worry about than some stupid dad who goes off with the first man she meets? Look on the bright side. She'll probably enjoy that.
We finished here, sir?
Harvey Perez.
No. Not yet. Calvin Sarwar, I'm charging you with aiding and abetting in the murder of Michael Thompson, whereby you paid a third party to carry out the murder. I'm also charging you with fraud, extortion, and blackmail. Now, do you understand the charge? Is there anything that you would like to say in reply to the charge? Fine. Don't even think about bail.
You okay?
What?
You all right?
I'm fine.
Are we no charging him with Robbie Morton's murder?
No. Robbie Morton was dead before that email was sent. I know those murders are connected. I just don't know how. Not yet. But you keep the techie boys on top of that email because I do want to know who sent it.
Okay.
And he doesn't get any bail. But you give him vulnerable prisoner status because I want to keep him out of harm's way. At least until I can shed a wee bit more light in this, okay?
All right, will do.
Welcome to the VP wing. Under Rule 42, you're to be segregated for your own protection. You will not leave this wing. You will not associate with any other prisoners. You'll only use the education room when other prisoners are not using it. You'll have a separate work regime, separate exercise times, and you'll have your own cell.
Fancy a drink?
It must be great to be able to express yourself the way you do.
Why?
Did something happen to you, Lowry? Is that why you paint the things you paint?
When I was at art school, my younger brother and myself were on our way home from a night out. We were set upon by a group of lads. There's no rhyme, no reason for it. One pulled a knife. It was over in seconds. And my brother was gone. We always said he died because he had such a big heart. They couldn't miss it. That much was true.
I'm so sorry.
And me for you. What are you doing here?
Wanted to spend a few days with you before I go to Brazil.
Oh.
I thought we could watch an old movie tonight.
Okay, we go.
Elf. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Right, will you stick it on? I've got popcorn.
Okay.
Leanne? No!
Leanne, you're okay. You're okay. You're just having a bad dream. That's all.
Ian.
Sorry to call so late, boss. I thought you should know this. The email Calvin received. It's a proxy account set up under some random name, but I've managed to trace the IP address. Lerwick.
Can you be more specific?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Okay, witness protection are maintaining that there was only 5 people who knew that Michael Thompson was on Shetland. So that means that one of them must have been here on the 14th, the day the email was sent. So that's who we have to find.
Is there anyone else? Someone we've overlooked?
Sorry. Hey, how's things?
Good, good. Listen, I've got a couple of days leave and I thought I'd spend them in Shetland, if that's okay with you.
Sure, of course.
Well, that's a relief, because I'm on the 11:45. You want to pick me up from the airport?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Grace from the care home wants to talk to you about Leanne.
Oh, yeah. They're worried about her. I called in on them yesterday.
Okay, well, I'll call her back and tell her I'll drop by later on this afternoon.
Hi.
Hey, how was your flight?
Yeah, well, I'm still not used to the runway being quite so close to the sea. You okay with me being here?
Yes, I am. I have to go to Heather House for 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine. I thought we could meet up for dinner when you finish work.
Sure. I don't know when that's going to be, though.
Oh, don't worry. Whenever.
Oh, and there's another thing. My daughter Cassie's home for a few days, so...
I've got a room at the lighthouse.
Okay. That'll be 2 minutes. Sandy was saying she's still having nightmares.
Yes, and it's getting worse. I'm sure now she's reliving the trauma of being shot. There's something else. Leanne's prescription from the hospital. Antidepressants, high dosage. She'd been taking them for years, long before this happened.
Okay. Yeah, I can get in contact with victim support and see what help they can offer.
That'd be great.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot better, thanks.
Were you not sleeping so good?
I dream.
What's that about? Are they shooting?
Think so.
Well, you know, if you think of anything new, it doesn't matter if you don't think it's important, you must tell me. Because it might not make sense to you, but it might make sense to me.
I will.
Okay. Promise.
I promise. I knew it was too good to be true.
What's that?
You've been single.
She's a colleague. I'm just dropping her off at Lighthouse.
I believe you.
Good.
Yes. I mean, thousands wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. You know, if you want to talk to anybody, I can arrange that for you, okay? Just have to tell me. I'm gonna have to take this.
Tosh. I've checked the list of people who knew where Michael was.
And?
All of them were in Glasgow, except Asha Israni. She was here visiting Michael on the 14th.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Right, I want you to look into her background, her training, her university, everything. See if there's a link to either McCall or Sarwar.
Why don't you text me when you finish work and we can meet up in the fish restaurant by the harbour?
I don't think that I'm going to be able to make dinner. There's been a development on the case.
Oh, of course. Don't worry about it. Still have to sleep, though, don't you?
Yeah. Right. Have we got anything?
Yeah. This, from the university alumni page. A list of the debating society circa 93. Asha and Calvin Sarwar were both in the debating society.
Doesn't mean they necessarily knew each other, does it?
There's WP files in here.
Yeah, just got access.
Okay, start digging.
and go through the passenger manifesto again. I want to know if Asha was on the ferry the night that Robbie went missing. Sandy, give me Leanne's initial statement, because we're going to have to go back to the beginning because we missed something.
Okay. Leanne's first statement.
Right. I'll go on to the hotel in Aberdeen where Asha and Michael met. Talk to the staff that were on that day. Did anybody see Asha meeting anybody else before or after that meeting?
Okay.
D.S. Boyd.
Sir, I've managed to track down the email to its source. It came from Lerwick Library.
Okay, thanks. I'll keep you posted.
Asha's witness protection files. Spotted one I think you'll be interested in. Her first. The Gilborn family. From Shetland.
Okay, go.
Anne Gilborn was a single mother. She witnessed a crime while on holiday on the mainland. Her testimony could have brought down several heavy-duty targets. Despite threats, she agreed to testify, but she never gave evidence. The case collapsed on a technicality.
Okay, and she was relocated from Shetland to the mainland?
From what I can gather from the file, Anne didn't adjust. She killed herself.
Are there any links in this case to Arthur McCall or Calvin Sarwar?
Not that I can see.
Right, see what you can find out about the family.
In fact, try the Gazette. See if they've got anything in the archives.
Okay.
14th. Pretty quiet that day.
You remember anybody using the computer?
We are there for the public. Tourists mostly. We have sites of local interest bookmarked.
Is there anybody stands out?
Not really.
What about an Asian woman?
Not that I remember. Oh, one thing though. Someone wiped the history. It was a bloody nuisance, to be honest.
Okay. Thanks, Vicky.
Oh, how's the wee girl getting on? The one that got shot?
She's fine. She's on the mend.
Glad to hear it. She's a lovely girl.
Do you know her?
Aye, she was in here a few times before it happened.
Did she use the computer?
She did.
Hotel confirms Asha checked out at the same time as Michael left.
Oh, there's no sign of her on the manifesto.
Although she could have been a foot passenger.
They did say the one person we could have checked with was the chambermaid, but she left her job that same day.
Let me look at Leanne's statement again. Occupation, chambermaid, Oak Hill Hotel, Aberdeen.
Cockaloori. Cockaloori. It's the old Shetland word for
daisy.
a daisy. Hardly anybody uses it anymore, but Leanne did the other day with Bella.
Yeah, she also knew the driftwood rule.
But I got the impression she'd never been to Shetland before.
Yes, so did I. Right, we need to talk to her. Because she sent the email.
Jimmy.
What?
Just got the word from Glasgow. Calvin Sarwar was found dead in the VP wing. Hanged himself.
It's McCall.
What did you expect was going to happen?
We'll know that.
Sir, I just got a photograph from the Gazette. Anne Gilborn. Notice the resemblance?
She's her daughter. Leanne's Lena Gilborn. So she followed Michael onto the ferry. But it wasn't him she was after, it was Asha.
She's just in here. She was. Has anyone seen Leanne?
No.
Leanne? Leanne?
What is it?
My car. It's gone.
Hi. Remember me?
Sorry. Can I help you?
You don't remember?
Lena.
Can I come in?
Yeah. Have you been? You look well.
I can't believe you'd forgotten us. I never forgot you.
Lena, what is it that you want? I'm sorry.
Don't.
I need to get this.
Leave it!
Hi, this is the phone of Asha Israni. Please leave a message after the tone. Thank you.
Asha, it's Jimmy. I need to speak to you. Can you call me as soon as you pick this up, please? Any word on Grace's stolen car?
Willie at Bray said it's just been sighted heading to Wadbister.
That's where the Gilborn family lived.
So that's why Leanne was there when she was shot. She was visiting her old family home. Right, I'm heading over there now. Tosh, check the Lighthouse Hotel. Asha's not picking up her phone. And then try the Harbour Restaurant. I want to make sure that Leanne hasn't taken her.
Okay.
Where's Asha? Where is she?
She said that we would have a new life. A better life. Well, she lied.
I know what happened to you and your mother. And I'm very sorry, but if you've harmed Asha, I really need to know.
She abandoned us when we weren't useful anymore, and she didn't care what happened. She is the reason my mother killed herself. even know who it was. She didn't even recognize me.
When? When didn't she recognize you?
When, Leanne?
Just now. At the hotel.
Tosh.
Sir.
Tosh, Ash is still at the hotel. I think she's hurt.
On it. Billy, we need an ambulance to the Lighthouse Hotel. Now. Asha, can you hear me? You're gonna be okay.
How long are they going to be? She's suffered a piercing trauma to the chest. It looks like a kitchen knife. Weapon still in the wound.
Help is coming. Just hold on, Asha. It's gonna be fine.
When I saw her at the hotel, I knew who she was. And then she was gone.
And Michael?
I saw the two of them together. I knew he was in witness protection. There was just something about him. The way that his eyes never stopped moving. So I followed him onto the ferry.
Because you thought that he would lead you to Asha.
Yeah.
And what about Robbie?
Robbie, he was upset after the argument with Michael. And he got really drunk. I told him he should report Michael to the police, but he wouldn't.
You wanted Michael to get into trouble so that Asha would have to show her face to save him.
I told Robbie about my mum, but he wouldn't help me.
Well, no, Leanne, he wouldn't help you because Michael was his father. How did Robbie get locked in the container?
We went out to the car deck to smoke some weed. And he thought it was a funny idea to get inside it. That it would be a good place for us to be alone. He was totally wasted. And then he passed out.
You walked away and you closed the door and then you just left him there. And you just pretended to look for him.
I wanted Michael to get the blame. When Robbie was reported missing, I thought he would find him. I did. I really, really did.
Then you sent the email to Calvin Sarwar that ruined Michael and Freya's lives, all in the hope that Asha would have to come back to Shetland.
My mother. She was so beautiful. And she was so kind. I just want her back.
What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? I'm sorry.
For what? For this or for thinking that I was the leak?
For both.
Yes, that's what makes you so good at your job, isn't it? Being naturally suspicious. Seeing everyone as guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, it's not a great start, is it?
No.
Tosh is going to take your statement now, if that's okay. She's all yours.
Time to go, Leon. These men will escort you to the mainland.
It's Lena. My name is Lena.
Okay?
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
Listen. Now that we've got Sarwar's mobile phone records, we could track down the man who attacked you. If you want, that is.
I already know who he is. He was among the mugshots. But I don't want to take it further. We both know what a court case would be like. Wouldn't make me feel any better. The man who attacked me was a weapon. Sarwar pulled the trigger. I know that. We both know that.
I mean, it's your call. I mean, the SARC will keep the evidence for 7 years. So he could change your mind.
I could. I have to do what's best for me. Request for a transfer. I need to stand on my own 2 feet. It's time.
Right, that's me.
So you don't want to lift to the airport?
Nah, this is better.
You got everything, your passport,
Yep, check.
Spanish Facebook?
No, but I do have my Portuguese Facebook.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Probably best.
Call us when you get there. Aye, or text, email, or Facebook. Yeah, no excuses.
Right, okay. I will. Relax. Both of you. See you later.
You have a great time.
Yeah.
See you. Have fun. Do you want a cup of tea?
No. I'm going to get going. I phoned Mary last night at the chat and, well, I think I'm going to get another bash.
Good.
Aye, aye. I'm worried, though.
What, Cassie?
No, but Cassie, she's got a good head on her shoulders. You did a great job. I'm talking about you.
What?
Cass was always your reason to get up in the morning. Now she's gone. And you're going to have to rejoin the human race. You know, get back out there and...
Aye, okay. Go on away, you go.
What about this, Asha?
Yeah, I think that might be just a wee bit too difficult.
It's always difficult, Jimmy. See you later.
See you. Hi, Asha. It's me, it's Jimmy. I was